Hi Aquarius, this is your January 10th through January 16th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, subscribe, and donate to support this channel. This first spread is on new love. This week we have the Three of Wands clarified by the Nine of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Ten of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Star. And we have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Or you could be dealing with another Aquarius. So what's interesting is that the first 3 cards that came out before I started clarifying and before I pulled the outcome on the right, we had the Three of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands, right? So it almost looks like somebody made up their mind to pursue you. The Three of Wands is my card of somebody who makes up their mind after a long contemplating, but I don't think they have doubts about you. Perhaps they were trying to get themselves together, perhaps they were trying to come up with a plan to approach you correctly. So they were preparing themselves, right? And then the Wheel of Fortune is all about starting a new cycle, right? And then we have the Knight of Wands. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it kind of comes through as the pursuit. They were getting ready to pursue you so they could start a new cycle with you. So I clarified the Wheel of Fortune, trying to figure out what kind of cycle do they have in mind, because the Knight of Wands comes through as a player. Every once in a while, the Knight of Wands could be somebody who is hot and cold in and out of your life, who is a player, you know. But what's on their mind is the Ten of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to emotionally fulfilling relationships or even marriages, right? And if having children is still an option for you, they want to have children with you, because if you take a closer look at the Ten of Cups right there in the middle, we've got 2 adults and also a couple of kids jumping around. So that's what they want with you. This is the type of a cycle they want to start with you that would lead to marriage, or at least a commitment. The first card that came out is the Three of Wands, right? And it's clarified by the Nine of Cups. So I was wondering what was going on in their head, and it's clarified by the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish come true. So yeah, like I said, they do see you as their wish come true. From the get-go, they were just you know, figuring things out. Just wanted to make sure they come off as somebody whom you will consider. Alright, so then we have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. It could be a Taurus you're dealing with, or the Hierophant is about something traditional like a committed relationship or marriage. So that goes very nicely together with the Ten of Cups, right? And in the outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Star. So it gets more grounded. It's possible that you're dealing with more than one person, 2 different people. The Knight of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but the Knight of Pentacles could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I still think that it's probably the same person, because at first they're really hot and heavy and they want to pursue you. They want to seal the deal with you as quickly as possible, but at the same time they want to make sure that they come off as somebody worth your time. And once they sort of get this show on the road with you, it will get more grounded, more serious, right? They'll realize that you are on board with them. So they will want to slow things down a little bit. We have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Star. The Star is your personal card, Aquarius, unless you're dealing with another Aquarius. But I think the Star is either you, or this is yet another wish come true card. It's kind of similar to the Nine of Cups, the very first card on the left. So there's 2 wish granted cards in the deck, and both of them are here on the table. So you see, you are their wish come true, Aquarius, for sure. The Knight of Pentacles, like I said, this is them wanting to slow things down, or perhaps this is both of you slowing things down, becoming more grounded, more serious, right? The way most relationships go. And we also have the Three of Pentacles right there in the middle. This is a great card to have in the outcome, especially. The Three of Pentacles is when two people work together and they build something from the ground up, like a relationship, and they want to make sure that the foundation is solid, because both of them are looking for something more stable, long-term, a commitment, and that goes very nicely together with the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, things are slowing down, but I think it'll still be very loving, and there's going to be passion here as well, because the Knight of Wands is there for a reason. So yeah, this is a great spread, Aquarius. Somebody is fasten your seatbelt. It's going to get really passionate for you very quickly, but then expect things to get more serious, right? But this person is 100% on board to start a committed relationship with you. So if you have any doubts, then these cards here are saying that this person is serious. They do want you. They may even want to marry you, because the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups, they're both marriage cards. Alright, so I'm not going to do an extended Aquarius. I usually do extended for new love spreads, but this is pretty self-explanatory. First it gets really passionate and emotional, and then it gets more grounded, more serious, and we do have two commitment cards on the table. Congratulations, Aquarius. Aquarius, if you are already married or if you are in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Five of Swords, we have the Four of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, then we have the Five of Wands clarified by the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups, and we have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So, Aquarius, you are either about to get into a fight with your significant other or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or you just did recently. And this week, well, the good news is that this week is going to turn around for you. So the King of Pentacles is most likely the person you're dealing with, an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or this person is very grounded. They could be working in the financial field, right? They could be good with their finances, right? Somebody who takes their time to make a move. And the first card that came out is actually the Five of Swords. And I'm going to jump to the right a little bit. We also have the Five of Wands right there in the outcome. So both cards are about some kind of a conflict, actually a serious conflict, to be honest with you, because both conflict cards are here on the table, so it's almost inevitable, or you already did get into a fight, right? And the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, this is a card of somebody who is, I guess, recovering, taking a break. So you are in your separate corners. You're not talking to each other right now. But there is a light at the end of this tunnel. We still have the Four of Wands right there in the middle. The Four of Wands is a card of a marriage or a committed relationship, right? So it's still there. It's still standing. And in the outcome, as I've already mentioned, we have the Five of Wands, but then we have the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of somebody who is looking in the past, grieving the past, regretting the past. So either you or your significant other will be really sorry about what happened. They will regret the words they said, and they're going to extend their love to you with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to love. So they will most likely apologize to you. They will, I don't know, give you flowers, write you a poem, take you out, buy you something nice with the Ace of Cups, or basically tell you that they're still really, really in love with you, and they will ask for your forgiveness. So hopefully their apology will be accepted, and the two of you can restore your connection as if nothing ever happened. Alright, Aquarius? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Aquarius, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago. We have the Tower clarified by Judgment, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Star clarified by the Five of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with another Aquarius. So somebody will resurface, and they will most likely do it in a very unexpected way. But I don't really see the two of you getting back together, to be honest with you. I think it'll be quite the opposite. It will spark a confrontation. It will spark a fight. Perhaps it'll be like a blame game. Oh, you are the reason why we broke out. No, you, and then it'll just, it's not going anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, let's take a closer look anyway. So we've got the Tower clarified by Judgment. Judgment is somebody coming back from the past, and Tower most likely symbolizes them dropping out of the blue sky. This is something that will happen unexpectedly. Or the Tower symbolizes what happened in the past. Your relationship fell apart, right? Then we have the Two of Wands. This is a card of somebody who is looking at all of this, thinking about this. Perhaps there will be an offer to reconcile, and nobody is moving anywhere, right? Then we have the Star clarified by the Five of Wands. The Star is your personal card, Aquarius. This is you, and it's clarified by the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is a card of a conflict. So perhaps a conflict will start up again between the two of you. Because I'm sure when the two of you broke up, there were conflicts or some kind of, what do you call them? It was turbulent, right? So I think it's going to be turbulent for you again with this Five of Wands. And then you'll think to yourself, you know what? I don't need this. I am already done with you. And why don't you go away? Get out of my life. And I think that's exactly what they'll have to do with the Six of Swords. They'll just have to move on. Or this is you energy. You are moving away from this person, because the Six of Swords is either somebody who is moving on or somebody who is moving out of choppy waters towards calmer waters. So this is possible that it's your energy, you're moving out of this mess. You don't want to deal with this person anymore. So just to sum up, I do not see the two of you getting back together. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Aquarius, this week. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Cups. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So somebody's coming back from the past. Somebody you actually had a fallout with, somebody you got into a fight with, and the two of you severed ties, went your separate ways. And it's probably this Queen of Pentacles. This is either an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or it could be your colleague, or it could be your ex-business partner, somebody you used to do business with, right? Someone who is associated with the way you make your money. So this person is coming back. The Five of Swords is a card of a fight, and the Six of Cups is a card of somebody coming back from the past. And the two of you will be burying the hatchet. Plain and simple, because in the outcome we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a card of an apology, and the Six of Wands is a card of a victory, but most likely the Six of Wands is both of you is just feeling, water under the bridge. Let's just forget what happened and restart this connection. The Wheel of Fortune is a new cycle starting between the two of you. So you could be going back to business together, or if this is somebody you used to work with, perhaps they will offer you a new job. I don't know. It's just that the two of you will be burying the hatchet and reconnecting. All right, so you'll resume communication. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Aquarius. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Hermit clarified by the Ten of Swords, we have the World, and we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Virgo. So you're severing ties with somebody here. It could be a Virgo. The Hermit is the personal Virgo card, or it could be pretty much anybody. So something is coming to an end, some kind of a connection, and it could be a love connection, it could be a friendship connection, or work business connection. That connection is finally shutting down. The cycle is finally closing down for you, because it was just too much of a burden. So the first card that came out is the Ten of Wands. This is a card of a burden, and perhaps this person is just, you've had it with this person. That's what I'm feeling. You've just had it with them. Then the Hermit is either a Virgo or the person you're dealing with, right? And it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. Perhaps the Hermit is your energy, and you had to do some soul searching to just figure out if you want to end this connection. And I think you came up with the conclusion that, you no longer want this person in your life. probably because they caused too much trouble for you. And you're ending this connection with the Ten of Swords and actually the World as well. Right? The World is a card of an ending. So things are winding down. And the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, I think this is your energy as well. The Seven of Wands is somebody who is on defense. To me, this talks about you constantly needing to be on the defense with this person. Perhaps they're just one of those people who needs to be in the conflict all the time. So this is your energy who constantly has to watch their back, or this person constantly wants to start some kind of an argument with you. So I think you've had it with this person, and this chapter is finally over between the two of you. And like I said, it could be anybody, a love interest, family member, friend, somebody you work with, somebody you went to school with, a neighbor, whoever, right? This is done here. Alright, so Aquarius, that's what I got for you for this week. Hopefully it resonates, and other than that, have a fantastic week. And there you have it. This was your tarot reading for this time period. I hope it resonated with you and helps you live a better life one way or the other. Thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing.